February 25th, Numbers 33 and 34. Numbers 33. These are the departures of the children of Israel, who went out of the land of Mitzrayim, by their divisions, under the hand of Moshe and Aharon. Moshe wrote down the starting points of their departures at the mouth of Yah, and these are their departures according to their starting points. So they departed from Ramses in the first new moon, on the 15th day of the first new moon, on the morrow of the Pesach. The children of Israel went out with boldness before the eyes of the Mitzrites. And the Mitzrites were burying all their firstborn, whom Yah had stricken among them. Also on their mighty ones Yah had executed judgments. Then the children of Israel departed from Ramses and camped at Sukkot. They departed from Sukkot and camped at Etham, which is on the edge of the wilderness. And they departed from Etham and turned back to Pi Haroth, which is east of Baal Zephon, and they camped near Migdol. And they departed from before Haeroth and passed over through the midst of the sea into the wilderness. Went 3 days' journey in the wilderness of Etham and camped at Marah. And they departed from Marah and came to Elim. And at Elim were 12 springs of water and 70 palm trees, so they camped there. And they departed from Elim and camped by the Sea of Reeds. And they departed from the Sea of Reeds and camped in the wilderness of Sin. And they departed from the wilderness of Sin and camped at Dophah. And they departed from Dophah and camped at Alush. And they departed from Alush and camped at Rephidim. And there was no water for the people to drink. And they departed from Rephidim and camped in the wilderness of Sinai. And they departed from the wilderness of Sinai and camped at Kibroth Hattaavah. And they departed from Kibroth Hattaavah and camped at Hatzoroth. And they departed from Hatzoroth and camped at Rithmah. And they departed from Rithmah and camped at Rimmon Peretz. And they departed from Rimmon Peretz and camped at Libnah. And they departed from Libnah and camped at Risha. And they departed from Risha and camped at Kehelatha. And they departed from Kehelatha and camped at Mount Shafir. And they departed from Mount Shafir and camped at Harada. And they departed from Harada and camped at Makiloth. And they departed from Makiloth and camped at Tehath. And they departed from Tehath and camped at Terah. And they departed from Terah and camped at Mithkah. And they departed from Mithkah and camped at Hashmonah. And they departed from Hashmonah and camped at Moshirath. And they departed from Moshirath and camped at Beni Ya'akan. And they departed from Beni Ya'akan and camped at Hor Haggidgad. And they departed from Hor Haggidgad and camped at Yothbetha. And they departed from Yothbetha and camped at Abrana. And they departed from Abrana and camped at Itzon Geber. And they departed from Itzon Geber and camped in the wilderness of Sin, which is in Kadesh. And they departed from Kadesh and camped at Mount Hor, on the boundary of the land of Edom. Then Aharon, the priest, went up to Mount Hor at the mouth of Yah, and died there in the 40th year after the children of Israel had come out of the land of Mitzrayim, on the first day of the 5th new moon. Now Aharon was 123 years old when he died on Mount Hor. And the sovereign of Arad, the Canaanite, who dwelt in the south in the land of Canaan, heard of the coming of the children of Israel. So they departed from Mount Hor and camped at Salmonah. And they departed from Salmonah and camped at Punon. And they departed from Punon and camped at Obath. And they departed from Obath and camped at Elihabarim, at the border of Moab. And they departed from Elim and camped at Dibon Gad. And they departed from Dibon Gad and camped at Almon Diblathayamah. And they departed from Almon Diblathayamah and camped in the mountains of Abraham before Nebo. And they departed from the mountains of Abram and camped in the desert plains of Moab by the Yarden of Jericho. And they camped by the Yarden from Beth Yeshimoth as far as the Abel Shittim in the desert plains of Moab. And Yah spoke to Moshe in the desert plains of Moab by the Yarden of Jericho, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, When you have passed over the Yarden into the land of Canaan, then you shall drive out all the inhabitants of the land before you, and shall destroy all their engraved stones, and shall destroy all their molded images, and lay waste all their high places. And you shall possess the land and dwell in it, for I have given you the land to possess. And you shall divide the land by lot as an inheritance among your clans. To the larger you give a larger inheritance, and to the smaller you give a smaller inheritance. Wherever the lot falls to anyone, that is his. You inherit according to the tribes of your fathers. And if you do not drive out the inhabitants of the land before you, then it shall be that those who you let remain shall be pricks in your eyes and thorns in your sides. And they shall trouble you in the land where you dwell. And it shall be that I do to you as I thought to do to them. Numbers 34. And Yah spoke to Moshe, saying, Command the children of Israel, and say to them, When you come into the land of Canaan, this is the land which falls to you as an inheritance, the land of Canaan to its boundaries. Then your southern borders shall be from the wilderness of Sin along the border of Edom, and your southern border shall be eastward from the end of the Salt Sea. And your border shall turn from the southern side of the ascent of Akrabim, continue to Tzin, and be on the south side of Kadesh Barnea, and shall go on to Hatzer Adar, and continue to Atzmon. And the border shall turn from Atzmon to the Wadi of Mitzrayim, and it shall end at the sea. As for the western border, you shall have the great sea for a border. It is your western border. And this is your northern border. From the great sea you mark out your border line to Mount Hor. From Mount Hor you mark out your border to the entrance of Hamath, and the edge of the border shall be towards Sidad. And the border shall proceed to Siphron, and it shall end at Hatzer Enan. This is your northern border. And you shall mark out your eastern border from Hatzor-Enan to Sepham, and the border shall go down from Sepham to Riblah on the east side of Ain. And the border shall go down and reach to the eastern side of the sea of Kinnereth. And the border shall go down along the Yarden, and it shall end at the Salt Sea. This is your land with its surrounding boundaries. And Moshe commanded the children of Israel, saying, This is the land which you inherit by lot, which Yah has commanded to give to the 9 tribes and to the half-tribe. For the tribe of the children of Reuben, according to the house of their fathers, and the tribe of the children of Gad, according to the house of their fathers, have received their inheritance. And the half-tribe of Manasseh has received its inheritance. The 2 tribes and the half-tribe have received their inheritance beyond the Yarden of Jericho, eastward, toward the sunrise. And Yah spoke to Moshe, saying, These are the names of the men who divide the land among you as an inheritance. Eleazar the priest, Yahushua son of Nun, and take 1 leader of every tribe to divide the land for the inheritance. And these are the names of the men from the tribe of Judah: Caleb son of Yephaniah, and from the tribe of the children of Shimon, Shemuel son of Amihud, and from the tribe of Benjamin, Elidad son of Kishlon, and a leader from the tribe of the children of Dan, Buki son of Yogli. From the sons of Yosef, a leader from the tribe of the children of Manasseh, Haniel son of Ephod, and a leader from the tribe of the children of Ephraim, Cumiel son of Shiftan, and a leader from the children of Zebulun, Eltsaphan son of Parnach, and a leader from the tribe of the children of Yishakar, Paltiel son of Azan, and a leader from the tribe of the children of Asher, Ahihud son of Shilomi, and a leader from the tribe of Naphtali, Pedalel son of Amihud. These are the ones Yah commanded to divide the inheritance among the children of Israel in the land of Canaan.